Do we have any reports from committees and working groups? The Neighbourhood Plan Working Group have published their report on the website, so you can get up to date on that.
Heads of terms working group.
Heads of terms working group.
Yeah, we have discussed the changes which I outlined earlier on to the heads of terms and have agreed those. So that's what we'll be sending on to the solicitors.
Okay.
Mark, can I just say one word about the neighbourhood plan?
Yes.
I know I said I wasn't going to stay, I wasn't going to read it all out, but with it there is a kind of questionnaire that's been put out. This is about design code that's been given to us by ACOM, and they want some answers back by the end of the month, at the end of the week when we meet them. Now it's on the website, and my email address is on there too, on the report. If anybody wants to make any comment, any at all, a lot of it comes from the community survey. It's about what we want to see, what we don't want to see, it's that kind of thing. But anybody who wants to say anything, please do.
Have we emphasised that via social media, that that's out there?
Yes, well, Teresa has put it out there today. It's on Facebook.
Yeah, we'll make that a little bit clearer.
Thank you.
Right. Any other? Right. Clerk's reports and correspondence.
There's not much more to add. I'll just wait for that. So there were just some freedom of information requests that were received, and these are being dealt with, or in the process of being dealt with. And then an email was received from a resident regarding concerns of the pond at the village green overflowing with installation of ring drain. We contacted, or I contacted, the consultant that we hired to carry out the specification around the village green earlier in the year, Tim Lodge, and I forwarded him the letter that I received from the resident regarding his concerns, and he came back to me and said that the concerns were just a misunderstanding on the resident's part in regards to the way that natural soil drains work, and he clarified that in the response, and I didn't have any specific concerns. I mean, he's the specialist and knows how drains work, and he read through what the concerns were from the resident and clarified those. And
Is that have you responded to the resident? Yes, they do that.
and that's it.
Next, Bush End. Before I go, Chris, I'm checking on progress for the defibrillator at Bush End, and I know there were some technical issues, and I just want to clarify a little bit. I think one of them is to keep it warm, isn't it?
Yes, I think we can overcome that. It's been on a bit of a back burner for a number of reasons. The guy I was looking to dig trenches is no longer with us, and it's all kind of gone on back burner. It will come to the front, but there's so much going on.
Yep.
I'll have a word with David from the parish council, from
The church.
the church, and we'll start to move it, but it may be. Thank you.
Okay, is there anything else we need from Bush End?
No, just to remind, having been reminded about the proposal up the road, some of them were not very happy. Somebody else got fined for dropping a boyfriend on the double red lines, and so it goes on.
Get some common sense.
Well, yeah, but the camera comes by on the car and it just ticks.
Okay, we're now on highways matters.
Can I just very quickly? I'm not sure whether it's outside Barrington Hall, the house outside Barrington Hall. There's a little spoil being dropped there. Is that?
I think what he's done is, I've looked at it, not closely, he's had a digger working in there.
Oh right, so it's not.
And I think he's put it outside to be out of his way, because
I just wondered whether it was fly tipped.
No, I believe it's something they're doing on purpose.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right. Anything else to push in? Right, highways now. Have we received any notification of any other problems since the agenda? We've had an update on the highways application sent through to Essex Highways, and this was in response to us getting the speed survey sign on Hammond's Road, and they carried out a survey. And annoyingly, they managed to carry it out at a time when there was roadworks already slowing down the traffic. So we don't know if the survey is very relevant. Unfortunately, we're stuck with that as our survey.
However, even allowing for those roadworks, it says it was exceeded by 25% of vehicles. So even allowing for the roadworks slowing everything down, 25% of vehicles still managed to exceed 30 miles an hour. So that's a bit of a concern.
Where were the roadworks?
There were two sets of roadworks. One was literally just down from the junction with Barnfield, so virtually opposite my house.
So that would have slowed them down.
That would have slowed them down on that straight bit. And then a couple of days, either before or later, and I'm not 100% sure of the dates, there was another set down by Parsons Cottage by Crispin.
Okay. Right. So unfortunately that's skewed the results we've got back from highways, which means they're less likely to do anything.
Could we go back?
We can try, but it's quite hard to get them out.
I mean, it's when you state the percentage, it's a decent number, isn't it?
Well, that was what
Two
was
and a
in
half.
there, that was in their results and their
Yeah.
data, and they said that it wasn't significant enough to warrant.
Significant,
Yeah.
crazy. Over 2,000 cars doing over 30.
There weren't enough within specific time periods to doing all the speed limit.
I think 25% were speeding, but not to a sufficient level. So they were doing, say, 30, 38 rather than 40.
I think they say you have to be at least 10 miles per hour over and something.
Someone's catch up, I know they've done that road last week, so it is too fast. With Teresa's help, I'm going to pursue the options with Councillor Barker, see if there's anything that we could do. I'm also been doing a bit of research into the buffer zones, this 40 mile, that she seems to indicate could be a possibility, but Essex don't seem to want to put in. And also we've been in touch with Hatfield Heath Parish Council because they've just put two that they've funded themselves, two flashing lights in. So I'm going to pursue that. I'm a bit unclear because they've referred to the two devices that we've already got, but they can't seem to trace Essex when they put them in or when they were put in and who put them in. I don't know whether you know, Keith, you've been around long on the council.
We tried the previous clerk that we've been around at the time.
Yeah.
About 15 years ago.
Yeah, I remember them going in because I was driving into work when they were put in, but I don't know whether obviously they were Essex devices or not, and obviously that's relevant as to whether they fund repair or cleaning, maybe.
I would have said they were Essex, but
Yeah.
I couldn't swear to that because I was on the council at the time.
But
Is this the one that's on the
Feathers Hill and
Feathers
the
Hill.
Monroe.
From my understanding, the Feathers Hill one is irreparable, and they won't try and repair it, and they won't replace it. But I've not been involved recently.
Hatfield Heath indicated that they paid somewhere in the region of, I should have it in front of me, but I haven't, forgive me, somewhere in the region of £2,500 for the device and £750 for the installation. So, you know, even if we end up buying 3 new ones,
Yeah.
in the scheme of things and to protect everybody's safety, we could potentially look at it. We could, yeah, it's got to be
Yes,
worth
the
looking.
Dunmo Road one not working.
The Dunmo Road one's a bit intermittent. I'm not sure.
So,
Yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. These new ones that I think Hatfield Heath have got in are able via an app to give you a whole range of additional information which could be useful in a fight going forward with speed limits and everything. The other interesting thing with speed limits is that Essex, there's a branch of Essex Highways that are doing 20 is plenty for Essex. So there seems to be an awful lot of contradictions to what they want at the moment. I know that Hammond Road and the loop round to the 1060 is a priority route too. So they probably wouldn't look to do that, but we can just keep asking.
okay, so we're gathering information.
Yeah.
And
I'll report back.
we need to think about how we budget this,
Yeah.
particularly for next year and possibly some this year. Anyone else got any concern?
Safety's huge.
Thank you, Gary. Policies to review and adopt. So we were looking at a couple of policies and then we realised that they've now changed and combined those policies into an equality and diversity, single equality and diversity policy. And we have the National Association of Local Councils standard template policy has been circulated. I think there's a few places we actually have to make decisions. Can you find those places? Yeah, there's a few places in brackets now. Let me just. They're in square brackets, aren't they? One of them was that the council will provide training or raise awareness of equal opportunities training. Do we have a preference on that? In terms of training, all of this training is available through EA. So I'm quite happy to leave it as provide training. What do other people think? Have they got a preference? Provide or raise awareness? It's a choice. Provide training or raise awareness.
Raise awareness.
Okay, raise awareness. Okay, so then we've actually got to do that. So how are we doing that?
I think
What's the easiest way?
I would say provide training is easier.
Well, let's provide
we
training.
do, we do.
Otherwise it's...
Otherwise, yeah. Let's be realistic.
You should have led us a little bit more.
Sorry. To provide training heat.
Yes.
Can I have a proposer for that? Seconder? All those. So we're going to provide training. Is there any others?
What's this on conscious bias or something?
Sorry, I think Paul and Ben seconded, I think.
I will.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else bracketed.
underneath that, this council will provide additional training to managers to avoid to deal as relevant to us.
Okay, so we'll leave out the bit about providing additional training to managers because we don't have any. It's for bigger councils than us. Okay, so can I have a proposal to adopt the whole policy with that change that we've agreed? And a seconder? Councillor Steadman. All those in favour, can I show of hands? That's carried, thank you. We have a website policy, a website privacy policy. I am not aware of any need to change this. Has anyone else come?
I'm coming from
looks fairly standard. I have got to admit, I haven't gone out there and compared it with anything else, but
Pretty straightforward.
there's nothing glaringly wrong with it anyway. Can I have a proposal for it then, please?
Proposing not to change it.
Yeah, to get, well, we have to re-adopt it.
Okay.
I propose a seconder to re-adopt it. All those in favour? Thank you. And we have received the risk assessment for the wind salt bag partnership scheme, which we've adopted, supplied to us by Essex Highways. Anyone got any comments, or are we happy to accept their own risk assessment for this? Okay, so can I have a proposer? Second, so councillor Craig and councillor Artis. All those in favour of adopting the risk assessment? Okay.
Mind how you use your shovel.
Yeah. It says it's heavy. And be careful. In other words, we've got to write our own one. The next item is the Christmas tree, and this is, we've decided on the location. We now need to allocate a budget for moving the base of the tree and purchasing the tree. Have we had any quotes yet?
How much was it last year?
The tree was 250.
No,
I think it's more in
Oh, sorry.
budget.
actual
What back
things in the whole.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not.
Just want to double check that.
I know I work at the school, could I just make a quick comment?
Yeah.
That I spoke to Ruth, head teacher today, because I noticed that you put total budget, and I know we mentioned last time that they would look for covering the additional electrical costs. She
Yes.
said if you could give them or give her the times that you would want it lit and the number of days you would want it lit for, then she would compare that to their current invoicing and give you a cost.
Yeah, that's fine. We've always covered the whoever's providing the electricity, we've covered the bill for them if they've asked for it.
Can't be pedantic.
250? No.
Can I just say, should that not read the basic for the tree rather than of the tree?
Yeah, probably.
As Ben says, an allowance 350 or something?
Yeah.
And if it's any more, we'll have to just revisit that.
Well, yeah, up to the chairman's discretion.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a proposal of 350,
Yeah.
seconded by councillor Artis.
Yeah.
All those in favour of that, or has anyone got a council?
Any surplus subject to the chairman's discretion.
Not proposed, so zero.
That makes sense. That's fine.
Who proposed that?
Councillor Craig and councillor Artis seconded it.
But as I said, it's any more subject to the chairman's discretion.
Right, I don't think we've received any other grant requests, so the grant request that we have received is from a grant contribution to about the parishes magazines, and this isn't for our use of the magazine. We get invoiced for that, but we contribute to the fact that we want a village magazine and to help some of the less well-off groups maybe not pay quite as much per contribution.
We've always supported this and we continue to support it, so I'm wholly in favour.
Amen. Can't afford to lose this.
Yeah, I agree.
Can I have a proposer? I think there's a race there. I'll give councillor Webb each. Councillor Artis seconded. All those in favour?
I'm not
Yeah, that's fine. Realise that. We've got a note that we've had the grant approved for the container for the Fairmont out on and that leaves us with £682 to approved way back in February, I think. So, February. Finally, in terms of the website, we finally got a solution on the HBO pc.co.uk domain name now. We are going to pay, we've got the option of paying £20 a year to keep the domain name. And that will still link to the profit.gov.uk domain for website purposes, but it also means any emails that websites or official bodies have that are out of date will still come through and we won't lose them. So I'm suggesting we carry that on for a year or two, but certainly for this year.
When it's £20.
And it's £20, yeah. So can I have a proposer? So Councillor Steadman, opposed, Councillor Craig. So, all those in favour? Right. Members to consider a request from a resident asking for new football goals at Bayern Field to replace the ones that were originally donated by our district councillors, which have been damaged. And if we agree to consider a maximum budget for the goals.
I've got a question. We've got any spare ones?
Not at the moment.
How big are the goals that there are?
They're the 5-side size goals.
What, the low ones are they?
Yeah.
Well,
The ones that used to under 8 circles.
yeah, that's that would be my suggestion. They've got lower ones, but I would suggest
And they're metal down it now.
they're plastic ones which swallow down. You know, they're the ones that you join together and break very easily.
Could we look into, there's a lot of goals on the pit on there, could we look into seeing if at least one of them could go over?
That is an option in terms of metal ones
Why not?
because they're needed for matches and training.
How much are we talking about? Yeah. What's the budget? Give us a steer.
A steer, I would think, for that size of goal, if we went for a grant, the Football Foundation, I think, would give us 1,400-ish, 1,200 to 1,400.
Do they have nets in that?
Yeah, they'll come with nets. And probably another 600 would get you a set like the ones with wheels.
Can I just,
I wonder whether we'll go back to the district councils to top up anything that needed to come up.
yeah, fine. I mean, we're asked to consider a budget, so what budget should we
So
consider?
I think 600 to £1,000 would cover it, and I would suggest we go to the district councillors for half.
Okay, I agree with that.
We'll replace
Maximum,
the labour.
maximum of 1,000, but see what we can get from our district council.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then try and get a grant from the Football Foundation for it. And get some solid ones as well.
Mark, can I say, what about the old walking football stuff we don't use anymore?
You can put that out there, but I think you're going to have the same problem.
Plastic.
Classic, right?
Yeah, I mean, it will last for a year or two, but I reckon it will end up getting broken, just left out. But that's my gut feel. If we're going to do it, that
How badly damaged are they? Are they really bad at the moment?
I haven't been to see. I've only had the message. I mean, we can go and check as well. It might.
Could be a
So what are we
total
saying?
system.
Subject to inspection, a maximum of £1,000, less any grant we can receive from our district councillors.
Looking into what else we've got, is there something that we could loan out or move over, or something in storage?
There's some plastic ones that make it load down.
Is that, do they want metal ones?
I'm just suggesting metals so they last.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be doing the same again.
Yeah, and like you say, if we've got plastic ones available, if that lasts a
I
little
think Alan's offering potentially.
All this is just to consider a budget. It's not
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
saying anything else.
Yeah. Okay. So proposal is for £1,000, subject to it being less from the district council that's a
Yeah.
potential budget for this. Can I have a proposer? Councillor Arthur, seconded by Councillor Murphy. Show of hands in favour? Okay, we'll try and find a way forward with this and maybe we'll have a chat with Alan. Members to consider the purchase of a folding hand saw, 360mm medium teeth for £58.60. This is a pull saw for
We don't need to explain it.
Yeah. This surely should be open spaces stuff. We don't need to.
Yes.
Yeah. The reason is there's some trees that come there, so I need it.
Does it have the risk assessment mark?
What?
A bandage.
Yeah, but these are savage.
No, no.
Just come on. Yeah.
Let's go.
Just close and say, all those in favour?
Yeah, just go.
Right, finance, bank balances.
The Lloyd's account has £37,858.19. New Trust current account was £245.77. And the savings account was £73,603.42.
Okay.
The budget monitoring report was sent out yesterday, all councillors.
Any comments, any questions?
Well, we've got to have a meeting to review the current year's budget and particularly the transfer of reserves and also obviously set the preset for next year. So
That's going to be coming up in the next meeting.
yeah, indeed.
Research questions. Then we need to note that the second half of the preset has been received from us to District Council. The money we get each year is split into instalments. To note that external auditors interim report and certificate was received on 20th of September. The report and certificate are incomplete as a result of correspondence received in relation to 23-24 and all prior years. Once they have finalised their review and completed any additional work arising from that correspondence, a final report will be provided with the certificate of completion, detailing any qualifications and other matters. These have been posted on the website under finance. And then we have to confirm, we adopted looking after the defibrillators and we need to replace one of the batteries. So to confirm the new battery purchase for the defibrillator for outside of Sun Cottage. Proposer?
Yeah.
Craig, seconded, Councillor Statement. All those in favour? Break HR, we need to decide whether we're going to carry on using them or not. I didn't get any information back. They've not been in touch. Has anyone got any preference whether we carry this on or
What's the annual fee? It wasn't much, but then again, they didn't do much. So,
I'll check on that. I think it was to £300 invoice.
can we defer this?
Yeah.
Find out actually what they do for the money.
Yeah, have to defer. We'll try and chase them for some more information.
Okay.
And then we have to consider the payment schedule.
So they highlighted it.
Specifically, there is a highlighted point. Yes, okay, let me bring that up. The highlighted point is Farm and Country Supply have asked for a deposit for the work on the village green fence, and they have included in